Hey folks, and welcome back to Dune Awakening. So once again, we're back in this special preview edition of the game that we got access to before the launch of the game. And we're starting off exactly where we left off in the last episode. We've just come out of the very introduction, and we've arrived on our online server now in the Haga Basin. And we ran up onto this outcrop. It is night time, so the temperature is good, so we're okay. So the next part of our tutorial is getting equipped. Get your first set of armour. So we have to harvest 15 plant fibre. So let's go grab some plant fibre. Grab that. We get, what do we get? 5 per plant. 5, 10, 15. There we go. Research makeshift clothing in the research menu. And it said the research menu contains designs for equipment and shows the location of necessary components. Use intel points to acquire these designs. Y to open the research menu. Right. So everything is locked at the moment, so the only thing we can learn is makeshift clothing. So let's research that. That'll give us this set here. There we go. Right. Next is craft a full set of makeshift clothing. So crafting is B. So we've got a headpiece, gloves, pants, shoes, and a jacket. And they'll all get queued up and craft up. I for our inventory. So we didn't have a headpiece before, so it's automatically put that on us. And then we can right click, no, F to equip, sorry. That's the bracers we were wearing, change the pants, change the shoes, and change the jacket.
Debris scattered all over
There we go, we've got a slight bit of armour now, a bit of light armour.
With your cutlery, and use it to make a Mauler pistol and darts. Don't let the Imperial disdain for ranged weapons lead you astray. Very few people are foolhardy enough to use shields this deep in the sands, and that is to your advantage.
Right, so we can pick up bits of salvage metal, stone from the ground. There's the plants, a bit more fibre. There's a stone, so you can see the cutter ray icon above the stone, which means it's a piece that can be cut up in. Not all of them can. Bits of stone lying on the ground as well. So right click to scan, find the blue area, cut that to get good efficiency. We've got 40 stone from that, but we're looking for metal at the moment. There's a bit of junk over here, so these bits will give you some metal. Bit off there, bit off there, bit off there, but then this thing, the bigger chunk, again, cut a ray symbol, scan it, follow the pattern. There we go. So that's a 51 we've got now, so we need a little bit more. Take that stone. We'll need that eventually. Scan. Cut. Where's more? Need more metal. Let's have a look on the map where we are. Okay. Right, maybe we'll go across to that area, because I can see a bit of metal over there, but we're in open sand now. So as we go out into the open sand, there we go, there's the sandworm threat, that little meter at the bottom. So we're just kind of running slowly at the moment, we're not sprinting. If we sprint, it gets more red, and that alerts the sandworm to come and get you. Right, there's a big bit here, scan that, cut it open. There we go, we've got 103 now. Now we can research the Mauler pistol. So there we go, the pistol, research, teaches us the pistol and darts. There we go. Craft, improvise Mauler pistol. So there's the pistol, craft one of them, and we're going to need 1, 2, 3 sets of darts. We need 90 darts. 30, 60, 90. It's already added that to button 3. Reloading. Research the respawn beacon. Y. So this creates a respawn point. It uses salvage metal. It uses 20 salvage metal. Can be fabricated with the fabricators or in our inventory. So let's research that. There we go. And then I guess we're going to have to craft one. B. Craft a respawn beacon. Let's put it on button 4. Let's see. Where will we put it? We'll just stick a respawn point anywhere. This blue stuff is copper. We'll need that. It's at the next level before. We don't need that for a while yet. So
this
4,
used to be
let's just
Fremen
chuck the respawn beacon
territory,
down.
but the War of Assassins and the Sardaukar pogrom put an end to that. Now the sector is crawling with scavengers, fighting over the scraps of Imperium technology left in the wake of this so-called noble war. But that's to your advantage, Offworlder. Allow them to do the hard work of gathering the salvage, and then take it from them. Don't hesitate to kill them all. They would do the same to you.
Okay, research binoculars. There we go. Attitude of the knife. Binoculars, research. Which is your binoculars. Craft binoculars. It needs 15 salvage metal. There we go. Right, scout for a scavenger camp using binoculars. Well, it just so happens it looks like that's a scavenger camp just over there. So, can I... Alright, and then we can zoom in. There we go. So it's put it on the, marked it on the map with a little flame symbol. Have a look at the map. There we go. Scavenger camp. So that's exactly what we're looking for. Go to the scavenger camp and use your ability. So you can see I've only got one ability at the moment, so it's down in the middle of the screen at the bottom, and it's press button Q for it. So we've got to go off to cross some more. There's a bigger camp over there where there'll be lots more people. Right, there's somebody there, look. I don't know, is there 1 or 2 people in this camp? So we're going to use our ability to pull them over.
It's obvious you've had some training,
Take them out.
But nothing can truly prepare you for what the desert has in store. Hone your skills.
Well, we've lost all our bandages when we came into this.
Do to survive.
So let's forget about that skills menu right now. Let's craft some more bandages. So we can make 6. So now on button 5, let's just heal us up, keep ourselves fully healed. So these camps, like he said, have got... Ooh, reload that gun. They've got a bunch of salvaged metal. That's a power pack and more metal. And then there's another thing we can cut that up in and get some more salvaged metal. There we go. Right, open skills menu, which is K. And there are the different skills. These are the trooper skills. You can see we've also got the mentat skills, the scientist, the planetologist skills. That's a 5th one that we learn in game. We weren't able to pick that to start with. We'll have to meet somebody to unlock these skills. The Ben Gesserit skills tree and the Swordmaster skill tree. So we're trooper. So we've got Shigaware Claw. We could so we can't upgrade that yet. It says unlock upgrade to the advanced trooper trainer. So we have to go and see the trainer to upgrade that. So the only option we've got at the moment is anti-gravity field. We don't have enough skill points to unlock the grenade yet. Until restricted until a second ability has been obtained. So really, we've only got this option. Anti-gravity field. Device, when thrown, uses a modified secondary phase Holtzman field to negate the effect of gravity in spherical area. You can use the sphere to lift enemies or prevent fall damage during transversal. Abilities must be equipped and activated from the ability bar. So let's learn that.
Without a still tent, you're easy prey to the sandstorms that sweep across the desert. Those storms tear flesh from bone and shred metal like paper. Unless you'd like to share a cave with some scavengers, Your best bet is to build your own shelter. Build a construction tool and place out a sub-fief console. You'll be claiming a portion of the planet's surface for your very own, or rather borrowing it from the Emperor. I'm a little hazy on the specifics.
Oh, there's another camp. Nobody in it? Right, so we have to learn building material? Oh no, we've got to gather stone first. We're going to need to find stone that we can mine. Looks like there's some over there, but right next to a big camp. Oh, there's one there. So scan it. Mine it. There we go. Salvage metal, 125. Scavenge that there. And salvage fuel cells. 24 fuel cells. Let me get some more stone. We're definitely going to need plenty of stone. More metal. Nope, that's metal as well. Let me have a look on the map, see if I recognise anywhere. I don't really. I think we have to go further north to get to the kind of area that I want to go to. So let's get across the shortest point here. Again, I'm not going to run because we're going to keep our noise down to stop the worm finding us. Come on. Right, we can run the last bit. Alright, and we need to look out for power cells on the way. That's more stone there. Let's get that last bit in there. That's it. Oh, there's another camp. Oh, it disappeared. Shooting through the headshot. Oh no, there's two of them. Oh, you want to have a knife fight? Go on then. Let's heal up a bit. Oh no! Take it down. That's it. Right, another bandage. And then... no, nothing to loot on you. Loot some darts off of you. What have we got in here? We can break that down. So that's metal. That's a power pack. That's metal. What's in the chests? Oh, what did we get there? Inventory. We've got some Solari coins. Got a little bit of copper. I'm going to chuck that copper away. Drop item X, because that's just going to be weight that we don't need right now. Oh, the sun's starting to come up. More metal there. We've actually got quite a lot of metal, so again, we're not going to get any more. There's a worm has ridden by. That's metal as well. Come on, where is the power packs? Oh no, I've got all the power packs. Research basic construction now. Let me see. So Y. Basic construction was here, was it? Yep. Research, which teaches us some building pieces. The sub-feed, that's your like land claim. I think that's a power generator. Light maybe, and storage container, and that's a construction tool. Okay. Alright, craft a construction tool. There, which needs 20 salvage metal. Right, construct and interact with a sub-thief console. So we need to claim a space, but I want to get to a better location before I claim any space. So I'm going to go for a bit of a run around and see if I can find somewhere. See, I'm in the shadow, okay, but if I run around this corner, we'll be in the sun. So I'm going to have a little run around and see if I can find somewhere where I want to build my base at. And I'll bring you back when I get there. Okay, see you soon. Okay, I've had a good run around and I can't really find anywhere that I'm that keen on at the moment. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to stick down a little base just in this location. And then hopefully we'll be able to go out and explore and find a better base location. So, just as I arrived here, a sandstorm came in. So, I chucked down a, what are they called? A respawn point marker here. So if I did die, I could respawn here. But however, I ran in, like, into this little cave over here, and you can see it says, see, down just above my water meter, we're out here. It says unsheltered, but as we run in here, we go into enclosed. And I kind of hid in this little nook here, and the sandstorm passed us by without any problem. So I thought, in this little undergrowth bit here would be a pretty good place to start a base. We've got water plants just behind them, which of course I need to drink now. So we can harvest some water from there. We've got a camp just around that corner there, and we've got a camp just over there that we can use for getting things that will come in the future. Right, so we need to use the construction tool. There we go. And there is our sub-thief. So you can see the sort of green mark. It's actually, sub-thief is bigger than the location size. But that's okay, we're not going to need a massive location. The red bit over there is an area we can't build in. So if we place that down... Is it not going to let us place it down? Let me see, sub-thief console, the control player's base... storage of power distribution, land claim is an area around the sub-thief console. The area defines where you can build. Change the elevation and rotation of the sub-thief console by following the commands at the right hand side of the screen. Okay, so rotate is left alt and the wheel, like that. Height adjustment is left control and that. Does it matter? Does it have to be on the ground? Build. It's 25 salvage metal. Why is it not letting me place it? We have to come out a little bit. Not enough support. It's on the ground. Placement blocked by another object, so that's my respawn point. Place projection, left button, or hold left button to build.
Congratulations, you are now the proud owner of an Imperial sub-thief. More of a sub-thief. But it's enough for now. Get your construction tool out and get cracking. It's not a shelter without walls and a roof. Okay, so we need to... It says construct 4 foundations, so... The building system, it takes a little bit of getting used to, I have to say that, but it is pretty powerful. So, construction tool, we've got our favourites along the bottom and we can scroll along them. We've got foundation, walls, windows, doors, stairs, rooftops, floors, storage containers, etc. But then you can see above it, favourites, utilities, so Q and E allows you to go across, so just show me the utilities. Fabricators, we haven't got any yet. Refineries, we haven't got any yet. Storage, there's a small storage. Back to favourites. Or we can change the set of that by pressing R. And then up at the top, we've currently got placeables. You can change that with Z and C to decorations. So there's lights we've got. That's all we've got at the moment. And then these are all your structures. So this is the Chome shelter set, which is the default one you get to start with. There's all these pieces. So structural foundation, so you've got square ones, triangle ones,
rounded ones, columns, pillar bottoms, pillar middle, pillar top, then different walls, different wedges, roofs, inclines, and special pieces. Inclined railings, gate, ladders. So we'll go back to structure, we'll pick on foundation, and then we can see here we have our marker where we can place it. Is it lined up? It is lined up. So let's bring it over here a bit, and let me see, what was it? Adjust height is left control. You can bring it up and down. Let's make it sure it's higher than that rocks. Again, we can place the projection like that, so you can work out just a little click, and you can work out all the ghosts and go, yeah, that's going to work, without actually spending any materials. And then when you're happy, let's come back here, let's make a 2x3. Click, click. There we go. So there's a 2x3 all in a ghost, and then we can come up to it and hold the button down, and we'll actually craft it. Craft. So we needed 4, but we've done 6. Okay. Next, it needs some walls. So we can go Q and E, we'll bring you to walls. So we've got normal walls, we've got wall 2, which is like a curved wall. Wall 3, okay, that's like a thick wall, that's a thinner curved wall. And then we've got half walls, windows, doors, wide doors, big double doors, passageways, rounded walls, loads of different walls. So let's just go for a standard, let's go with that wall there. And then you can see interface, or let me get rid of it. There we go. Rotate it as left alt, so we can rotate it inner and outer. So let's do one there. Actually, no, I don't want a window, wall there. I need to see out of there, so I'm going to right click. If you look on the very far right, underneath all the rotate options, it says build. Right click, piece picker, so I can select that piece to go and build more. Repair, move to pick up a piece and move it, or demolish. So let's demolish that. We get all our materials back. Right click again, it's back to build. Now I'm going to change that to window. There, and I want a window here. Piece picker. To place a wall there, and a wall there. A wall there. Piece picker again. To put a window here. And here, I guess, again, it's one click to just place the ghost, or hold the click down to actually build the item. Right now we want a door. There's a door. Put one door at the front and one door at the back, like that. Is it going to be roof next? Yeah, construct a roof with at least 4 pieces. So we go E to go across the roofs. Got flat roof, wedge roof, rounded roof, inverted, inward rooftop. A domed roof, but what I want, there we go, angled roof corner, and then left alt to turn it round, place that, left alt, turn that round, place that, place that, come on. Oh, I've scrolled off of the piece, there we go, left alt. There, and then come back one and place the sloped roof, and over here sloped roof, and we're now enclosed and water sealed inside, so our water won't go down anymore as long as we're in here. Speaking of which, oh, there's a bit of rock right outside our door. No, the water is out the water plants are out the other way. Let's go and get our water topped up. A little bit more. Right, construct or interact with a small storage container. So we're going to go to our construction tool again. We are going to go back to favourites, so Q back to favourites, and then we can scroll across and there is the small storage container. Right. Storage containers are really strange in Dune Awakening. Let me place a container. In fact, let me place another container next to it. Close as I can. There we go. Right. These small containers, they hold 10 items, but they also have a volume. So if I take my 194 stone and place it in there, the V is like a weight unit of volume. So not only can it hold 10 stacks or something, but it only has a certain amount of volume. So you can't have, like, you couldn't have 10 massive stacks of stone because that's too much volume, so it doesn't fit. So unlike Conan Exiles, where you could have a stack of 1,000 something and have 10 stacks of them, in here the weight of the item or the volume of the item also is concerned. So you can't fully fill up all the storage with one thing. But we can chuck different things in there. Well, we've got a bit of copper that we've picked up. We're going to always keep the coins on us. I'm going to put I don't think we'll ever need that again, but we're going to keep a hold of it anyway. I'm going to stick that in there. I'm going to keep my coins. We're going to keep my darts. We can put the metal in there. I'm going to keep my fuel cells. Okay, right. Next thing is construct or interact with a fuel-powered generator. So back to construction again. Oh, of course, I need my let's keep a hold of this stuff for the moment because we'll need them right now. Right, 6. Want to go to favorites, or we can go R and then go to placeables, and then we can scroll between utilities. Fabricators we don't have, so utilities, the kind of sub-fief or our generator. Let's put our generator here. So, needs a bit of space to it. Okay, there we go. Right, there's the generator. Now deposit fuel in the generator. The fuel are these fuel cells that we've picked up out and about. So, let's see. With no power being generated at the moment, we can deposit 52 from our backpack.
The sub-fief console
and it's
comes
got
with
power.
An automatic shield system
And
that
you
will
saw
keep
the
your
shield
base
go
safe
up.
from the sandstorms. Just keep the generator fueled, or the storms will tear at your walls. And it goes without saying, don't build on open sand. Seal your base, off-worlder. Maintain good water discipline, and it will keep you alive. You've done well licking flowers and sucking sap, but you need a consistent source of water. And the best source out here is blood. Extract it, store it, refine it and drink it. Raw if you're really desperate. And don't mind throwing up. Actually, don't drink it. Unless you really have to.
There we go. Okay, so now we've got power to the base. It basically gives it like a shield, and as long as you keep your fuel powered generator fueled up, it will keep the shield, and the shield will protect it from the sandstorm. This is kind of a bit of a decay system. So if you stop playing, therefore, because this is running on a server, so this will run all the time and use your fuel. So if you stop playing, you won't have fuel in your generator, your shield will go down, and then your building will start taking damage from sandstorms, and eventually be destroyed and wiped off the map. So that's how it's going to get rid of players who don't play anymore. That's how it's going to get rid of their buildings. But as long as we keep that fueled up, our base is safe, and it'll also be used to fuel the various crafting benches that we're going to make. So the next thing it wants us to do is to build a blood extraction system, but we're going to leave that until the next episode. So thank you everybody for joining us. Again, thank you Funcom for access to this early preview edition of Dune Awakening. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.